Sgt Preston of the Northwest Mounted Police with Yukon King, swiftest and strongest lead dog breaking the trail in the relentless pursuit of lawbreakers in the wild days of the Yukon. Back to the days of the gold rush as Sgt Preston with his wonder dog Yukon King meets the challenge of the Yukon. This is the Yukon, the territory patrolled by Sgt Preston, where man and nature combine pitilessly to defeat the weak and the artless. The Great Bend Trading Post, a lonely depot 100 miles south of Dawson. A supply center for prospectors and miners during the summer, the trading post in winter was visited only by an occasional hardy trapper or native Indian.
Fool, Waco, you killed him.
I had to, Brand. I told you we should have tied him up. He came to and started for me with that freight hook.
Just remember you did it. Now help me load the rest of this food before our luck runs out.
You're not fixing to get any more on that sled of ours, are you?
We're taking everything we can get. Nothing but food. If we need anything else for our getaway from Baker Mountain, we'll trade them more food for it.
Say, now that's real smart.
That's a good thing one of us got brains. Twice the food, twice the gold. Now quit yapping and start toting. Come nightfall, we're going to be too far away from here.
Hey, we could get rid of all the evidence by setting fire to this place. Just one little man.
And warn everybody from here to Coffee Creek that something's wrong? Sometimes I wonder what you're good for, Waco.
I'm real stupid, he says.
Unaware of the disaster which had preceded them, Sgt Preston and his great dog King drove out from temporary headquarters at Coffee Creek to make a routine call at Slocum's trading post.
Ho, ho! What is it, King?
Waco, don't hit me again. Take the gold.
This poor fellow's badly beaten and he's snowblind, too.
You're not Brand. Who are you?
I'm Sgt Preston of the Mounted Police. Now, don't try to talk till they get some warm food inside you and those eyes taken care of.
Sergeant, help. Baker Camp's starving.
We're heading right back for Coffee Creek, King. You can make that trip to Slocum's later.
You just came within an ace of being plugged.
Not while I'm still the best shot.
Don't you know better than to sneak up on me like that?
What's eating you? There's nobody within miles of here. Wolves accepted, of course. I prowled the whole area, like you said. Now I'm making for some of those beans. And out in there gives a feller an appetite. Well, what you being so stingy for? And us loaded with grub.
You forget, my friend. These beans are worth their weight in gold.
It sure was a great idea you had after we found that sourdough on the trail this morning. Where do you suppose he is now?
Dead of exposure by this time. Without shooting, too, like you wanted to. You're too blasted gun-happy, Waco. Learn to use your head. like I do.
It takes too long. When I want something, I want it now. How'd you know about this town on the mountain here and all the gold they dug out?
By keeping my ears open in a cafe back at Coffee Creek. Someone was telling one of the girls there about it. He thought no one was around. Seems about 25 Chichacos, counting the women, went up this mountain last spring and struck it rich. Millions to hear him tell it.
Now, if this fella Brady's right, they got all that gold and no food. Not even a dog team to haul it in with. Snowed in.
That's where Slocum's trading post came in so handy. We have the food, they have the gold. And we trade. Even Steven.
A pound of food for a pound of gold. Sounds like heaven.
Here we are. How long have you been without food?
Almost 2 weeks. The same as everybody else at Baker Camp. Then we started boiling animal skins and shoe leather. It was filling, but not very tasty.
I'd like you to verify what you told me just before the doctor got here. You seemed a little bit bewildered at the time.
Thanks. Fire away, Sergeant.
Well, you said you made it through the pass from the mining camp on Baker Mountain with $5,000 in gold, intending to buy food and supplies for the starving people there, is that right?
So I was, till I was waylaid on the trail by those fellows calling themselves Brand and Waco. Must have been out on my feet. Nothing to eat for 4 days but a sliver of boiled moose hide. Then everything went black. And the next thing I knew,
Give me your bottle, quick.
who are you? Where am I?
We're just a couple of prospectors. And this is the Baker Mountain Trail back to Coffee Creek.
Got to get to Slocum's trading post. Folks at Baker Camp starving, need food bad. I can pay you both well. Plenty of gold, but no food.
You hear that, Brand? He's got gold.
Shut up, Waco. We'll help you, pal. We'll get the supplies for you.
You won't leave me.
Of course not. But you're in bad shape, mister. Need a doctor. And I take it those folks back at Baker can't wait for you to get better. And we're glad to help. Aren't we, Waco?
Oh, sure, sure.
I'll never forget this.
This is your lucky day. Now, where's the money for the supplies, friend?
In my knapsack, there's a poke of 5,000.
Waco, help the man.
And that's the last I remember till I woke up here. They must have slugged me, taken my goggles and pack, and dumped me out in the woods to die.
They broke the unwritten law of the Yukon by refusing aid to a man in need.
What are you going to do, Sergeant?
Take aid to Baker Camp first. Hitch 2 sleds in tandem, load them with supplies, and set out with a relief train, just as soon as the doc gets back and takes charge of you.
Alone?
No, I'll have King here with me. It's a dangerous trip. Too dangerous to ask anyone in Coffee Creek to share it with me. If I wait for aid from headquarters, we may be too late.
But it's just as dangerous for you.
Every man in this world has a job to do, Mr. Brady. This happens to be the one I chose.
An hour after the doctor arrived, Preston was driving up the trail toward Baker Mountain with a borrowed sled in addition to his own, both loaded with provisions picked up in Coffee Creek.
Whoa! Everybody down! Mr. Slocum might know something about Brand and Waco, King. You could have stopped here for provision. Slocum! Slocum! He's dead. Brand, Waco, Baker.
Under a mound of stones, Preston laid Hal Slocum to rest on the hard, frozen ground of a nearby hill. And one man's struggle for existence in the savage land he loved was over.
He was an honest man and a true friend. I give him into thy hands. May he in thy mercy rest in peace. Amen.
In spite of the potential dangers of their journey, Brand and Waco managed to reach Baker Camp. Brand and Waco lost no time persuading Powers to call a meeting of all men in his cabin.
Everybody here, Powers? Well, it looks like it. No matter. I'll check them off your list here when the time comes. Quiet, please, all of you. I asked you men to come here because as your elected spokesman, I've reached an agreement with Mr. Brand on the parceling out of supplies. We all owe these men a vote of thanks, risking their own lives to bring help to us. Mr. Brand's not interested in payment for this food. He's willing to trade. Tell him about the guns. Mr. Brand will trade 1 day's ration for each gun laid on this table.
What's Brand want with guns? What about us that have none?
Answering your question, Avery, Mr. Brand's purpose is a legal one. He tells me he and his partner are gunsmiths, and they want to set up a business in Coffee Creek.
What about us without guns? Do we starve?
Well, Mr. Brand will discuss that with us after we've finished the gun deal. I'm sure we'll reach a fair agreement, huh, Brand? Trust me. Well, you all heard what he said. Now, anyone dissatisfied? Then let's have quiet and we'll trade as fast as possible. Okay. As I call out your names, you'll step forward with your guns and receive your supplies. Peterson. Garber. Barring you, Powers, that appears to be all of the guns.
Hey, now what about us?
Well, Mr. Brand, have you decided about the others?
I caught her outside. She tried to steal some stuff off of the sled.
I didn't mean any harm.
Not much you didn't. Another minute and you'd have had $1,000 worth of grub.
$1,000 worth? Why, the whole sled full isn't worth that much. Shut up, Waco. Let her go and get back to your job. Now, little lady, what's your problem?
I have no gun to give you, Mr. Brand. No money.
What's she trying to sell me? Mrs. Lacey's a widow with a sick child. Surely you wouldn't refuse. Of course not. A poor, starving widow. And an orphan, huh? That's an old wheeze, lady. Now, how about some cash?
My husband was killed by a landslide before he could stake a claim.
She's telling the truth, Brand. The rest of us have been trying to help her ever since. But she has nothing but a cabin and the clothes on her back. Then keep on trying. Now, you might as well get one thing straight. No handouts. Give in to one, and we'll end up giving it all away. Just a minute, Mrs. Lacey. Here. Take my share.
Oh, thank you.
Very touching, Powers, but not very practical. Now, what about the others here? They have gold, don't they? Yes. Now, here are the terms. 1 pound of food for a pound of gold. Without guns, I don't think there's a thing you can do about it. Do you? If there's any justice in this world, or the next, someday you'll pay for this, Brand.
I don't like the looks of this weather, old fella. We're in for a storm that's going to make that mountain trail even tougher. It could blow over by morning. Perhaps we better stay here for the night. This looks like a good sheltered spot. It's been used before. Quite recently, in fact. This came from Slocum's, King. Still fairly new. It could mean only one thing. The criminals that murdered him were here this morning and took the Baker Trail. As soon as this storm blows over, we'll have to make it to that camp.
A storm forced Sergeant Preston to bed down for the night in a sheltered hollow by the side of the trail. With the coming of day, the blizzard ceased, but the temperature took a savage drop. On an uphill run with 2 sleds in tandem, Preston and his team found the trail increasingly difficult. After a steady run of several hours, Preston had stopped to rest his tired team. Now, in the bitter cold, the motionless runners of the sled had frozen fast to the trail. Preston called on King's great leadership to break them out.
All right. Pull, you Huskies! Pull! On, Huskies! Pull! On, Huskies! Pull, Huskies! Pull, you Huskies! Pull! All right, down, everybody. Down, everybody. King, old fellow, we're stuck. Frozen fast. You're my only hope. I'm gonna have to hook up your harness again. Come on, fella. All right, you ready, King? Let's take up the slack. All right. Pull, King. Pull. G, King. Pull. G, King. All right, King. That's not your fault, old boy. Nothing to be ashamed of. Shall we give it another try? And then if it doesn't work, we'll separate the 2 sleds and take them up to the top of the hill one at a time. I've got faith in you, King. I know we can do this together. Good boy. All right, everybody up. G, King! Up, King! Now, King! Pull! Pull! Pull, King!
Here you are. 2.5 pounds of food for 2.5 pounds of nuggets.
Too bad. I thought he was going to give me a chance to blast him.
Mayor Fowler, welcome to the United States Treasury.
We have all of our gold. What do you want now?
More where that came from, isn't there, mister?
Takes too long. The ground's like iron this time of the year. Anyway, I've had my fill of this mangy spot.
So?
So we're loading up a sled and taking a back trail to Alaska.
You leave us the rest of the provisions then in case we...
We're not leaving you nothing. Get outside and harness up the team, Winkle. Now listen to me close, Powers. We're headed out of here. And anyone that crosses our path, we'll shoot them down. So tell all your people to stay out of sight and in their cabins. Look us up. If you ever get to the States, just ask for the richest guy living in the biggest house in Frisco.
Oh, King! Won't be long now, fella. Baker's only a few more miles away. On, King! On, you huskies! Hello, King!
Sgt Preston and King, thank goodness. I thought Brandon Waco had returned.
Where is everyone? Well, Brandon Waco been here, huh?
We all thought it was Brandon Waco returning. Everyone was warned to stay inside or they'd be shot. Yes, they've been here, left with all the camp's guns and gold. A regular reign of terror.
It's Sgt Preston with 2 sleds loaded with food.
Sgt Preston!
Please don't touch anything on the sleds. I'll see that everyone gets their fair share just as soon as possible. Have you any idea where Brandon Waco were going?
They let down the back trail for the border a short time ago.
I wish I had a fresh team and an empty sled.
Well, I've no team, but we'll all pitch in and unload yours if that'll help.
These dogs are dead tired, but I think they'll respond to King. I'm sure they will.
Let's unload the sled, boys. Might as well give up, Sergeant. Your dog team's too exhausted. You'll never catch them.
Well, not by the regular trail anyway. Help me unhitch the sled.
What for?
I'm going to toboggan straight down that hill and cut them off. For the name of the crowd! Get him out! Let him up! Now throw your gun over here, Winkle. Put your hands over your head. Arrest you both in the name of the crown. Now march.
Sergeant, as spokesman for the citizens of this camp, I want to express our appreciation for what you and King have done for us.
Here, here.
Well, I'm glad we could help. But that's why the Northwest Mounted are stationed in the Yukon.
You've not only captured those crooks under guard outside, you've saved Brady's life, brought us food, and restored our gold. But most of all, you've restored our faith in humanity. You tell him the rest, Mrs. Lacey.
Sergeant, the folks here have decided to change the name of this camp. From now on, it will be known as King City.
Well, did you hear that, King? You're famous now. Well, it's time to take our prisoners back. This case is closed.
Sgt Preston of the Northwest Mounted Police with Yukon King, swiftest and strongest lead dog breaking the trail in the relentless pursuit of lawbreakers in the wild days of the Yukon. Back to the days of the gold rush as Sgt Preston with his wonder dog Yukon King meets the challenge of the Yukon. This is the Yukon in Arctic winter, the territory patrolled by Sgt Preston, where cut timber to house the gold-booming settlements became almost as costly as the precious metal itself. Spruce Valley, 10 miles north of Whitehorse, on the fringe of a great forest. There, Dan Grady began a logging operation. Lumberjacks Al Stone and Monk Larson were among the first to arrive. To an Indian chief like Taranga, the forest and its wildlife meant food, clothing, and shelter, gifts from the great maker to his people. So, when the loggers invaded his hunting ground, Chief Taranga swore revenge. Sgt Preston was summoned to Spruce Knob when several of Grady's native Indian employees had been found beaten by unknown attackers in the forest nearby. At the camp office, a worried and angry Grady told Sgt Preston that all of his Indians had since abandoned their jobs, and that furthermore, Al Stone and Monk Larson, 2 of his lumberjacks, were missing, along with a dog sled and some money from the company safe.
Al Stone and Monk Larson. Suspect them of waylaying the Indians and stealing their wages, huh?
Well, they took out of here a couple hours after I told them that you were coming down to investigate those attacks on the Indians.
What else can you tell me about them?
Oh, Al's warm, rugged, and hearty, and Monk's just the opposite. He's sly, furtive, unfriendly. Looks like a man afraid of his own shadow.
Strange combination.
Yeah, well, as I understand it, Al was an orphan taken in by Monk's mother. She raised both the kids like brothers, you know, and now, out of a sense of gratitude, Al feels he has to take care of Monk, make up for any of his deficiencies.
They take any of your provisions?
No, nothing was taken in the food locker. The only thing that is missing is the money from the safe.
Well, they're probably headed for the Long Valley Trading Post, then. I better get out there.
Hunting!
Leif Wilson, an invalid, and his son Ted ran the trading post in Long Valley with the help of a few Indians.
After all the years those Indians have been with us and then vanishing into thin air. There's something wrong, Ted.
Pa, they probably just went off for a powwow in their village.
Without telling us they were gone and making a sound when they left? Anyway, it's the wrong time of the year for a powwow. There's something wrong, I tell you.
Well, I'm not going to wait around and let you worry yourself sick. I'm going to look for him. Maybe this note will explain a few things.
What does it say?
Indians watch from ridge. You bring all guns, bullets to Big Pine by sundown or Indians kill. It's signed Taranga.
Taranga, the chief. What's gotten to him?
I don't know, but this sounds like he means business. I better go to Whitehorse for help.
No, wait. There's no tracks out there. The note's been on the door since last night before it stopped snowing.
What difference does that make?
Ted, close the door. Taranga's had plenty of time to station guards on the pass.
Well, I'll go over the ridge.
No, the ridge will be guarded, too. I think you better stay here.
But, Pa.
Go, you Huskies! Go there! Go, you Huskies! Go there! Faster, Huskies! Faster!
Taranga say kill. Only one man leave Valley for help. Big help. 2, 3 more white men not stop Taranga. If guns not come by sundown, we attack trading post and take them.
On! On, boys! Whoa! What's the matter, Monk?
Something wrong with the dogs, Al. They're scared.
Must be the wolves howling that's got him upset. There's nothing to be afraid of. Come on, let's go.
All right, on, Huskies! All you Huskies! Oh, there.
Hey, Monk, what are you doing here? Get in here quick.
We're in a hurry. Let's have some bacon and beans.
No, boys. The Indians around here are going on the warpath. We need your help.
Oh, don't make us laugh, Pop. We know these peaceful Yukon Indians. You're dreaming. Those Indians won't attack white men.
That's right. So, hop to it and rustle up that grub.
No, please listen to me. The Indians are going to attack at sundown. I got a note from them to prove it.
Save it. We got our reasons, and we want to get out of here in a hurry.
Better do as he says, Pop. Somebody's been pulling your leg about those Indians. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Anyone else here?
My boy, Ted.
Well, get him in here, and no tricks.
Ted, bring in a slab of bacon and a case of beans.
Put that thing away and get him out here.
All right, Al.
Meanwhile, Ted had sneaked out the rear door of the post and headed toward Whitehorse, having despaired of arguing with Leif over the need for help.
Hey, Monk, what's the holdup?
There's no one in there.
Huh?
No one in there. He disobeyed me. He's got to get stopped. The Indians will never let him get the white horse alive.
Hey, wait a minute, Pop.
Let me go. You don't understand. Ted's gone for help.
Oh, we went for the Mounties, huh? Well, Indians or no, we're not hanging around here. Get that stuff in the sled.
Please, he's got to be stopped. He'll never make it.
Here, Pop. This ought to cover for all the stuff we took.
Come on, get along there!
Ho, King! Scream came from the valley. All right, King. On you, Huskies!
Whoa, Huskies! That shout came from over there on the slope. What's the matter with him?
This, but he's still alive.
And the old man wasn't as wrong as we thought. We'd better get out of here, Al.
No, we're taking him back to the post.
Yeah, but Grady'll have somebody on our trail by now.
Look, I've done a lot of mean things in my life, but I never let a man die when I can save his life. Now, take off his snowshoes.
On, King! On, you Husky! Up!
Ho, ho! Al Stone, Monk Larson?
Yeah?
You're under arrest for robbery and assault.
Assault?
This is Ted Wilson. Did you attack him for the same reason you beat up Dan Grady's Indians?
Oh, we didn't beat up any Indians.
We just found him. The old man said he was on his way for help. This is what stopped him. I just took it out of his shoulder.
There's that wolf cry again.
It's no wolf, it's an Indian.
More than one, according to the old man. We thought he was crazy when he said the Indians were on the warpath.
Leif Wilson isn't crazy. I'm going to trust you two to help me take Ted back to the trading post, or we can remove that arrowhead. Till then, it'll keep him from bleeding to death.
But his old man said that the Indians were going to attack at sundown. You can't force us to go back there.
Shut up, Monk. We'll go back in case the attack does come. You can trust the sergeant.
All right. Put your guns on the sled. If you need them to defend yourself from the Indians, I'll return them. I'll put Ted on the sled. Easy.
No sign of the Indians yet. What are they waiting for? Why don't they do something?
Now, take it easy, Monk. Remember, we're all in this together now. Don't let it get you down.
I'll try, Al. I'll try.
Good, good. Now, you stay on lookout, and I'll report to Sgt Preston.
Assured that Ted would recover, Leif brought Sergeant Preston up to date on the events that occurred before his arrival. He showed him the threatening message from Turanga. The name of the chieftain struck a responsive note in the memory of Al Stone.
Turanga, wait a minute. We found a note like this on the bunkhouse door at Grady's camp just before we left.
Why didn't you leave this for Grady?
We thought it was meant for us.
Take Devil's Knives from hunting ground or die. It's signed Turanga. This might explain why Grady's Indians were beaten up.
How's that?
Well, Turanga probably did it himself. He didn't want them working for Grady, trying to force Grady out.
You think that's why he wanted our guns to wipe out Grady's camp?
Exactly. He doesn't want loggers in what he considers his private forest. That's why the saws and axes have come to represent symbols of evil, murder, and devastation in his troubled mind. That's why he calls them Devil's Knives.
You think he'll scare the Indians into believing that stuff? Joining his rebellion?
Yes, or convince them that Grady spells doom to their hunting ground. Is this why you left so suddenly?
No. It's finding those Indians beaten up and not knowing who was doing it. We never even heard of Turanga.
Didn't you realize that by deserting Grady, you'd point suspicion to yourself?
We never thought of that. Those Indians were our friends. We worked side by side. And Monk... we got to thinking we might be next, and it got under our skin.
You mean under Monk's skin, don't you, Al?
Well, we had some money coming to us, so he took a handful out of the safe and beat it.
Hey, I see something. Hurry, come and take a look.
For 10 minutes, Sergeant Preston watched the ridge, trying to estimate the number of Indians there by the number of smoke plumes rising from behind the ridge. But still, the attack did not come.
Fires. Probably for arrows and torches. Looks like there's every intention to burn the post, Rafe.
Burning? Not me. Can't go out there. You saw what happened to Ted. I don't care. I'd rather be shot than burned. I'm going out there. Look!
Sorry, Al. Better stand guard at these windows with a rifle, Rafe. And Al, you go into the storeroom, bar the door, and guard that window.
We get our rifles back now?
You do, but I'm not ready to trust Monk with one. Give him a rifle, Rafe. And Al, I'll not tolerate the unnecessary shooting of one Indian, understand? How are you fixed for ammunition, Leif?
Short. Sold almost all I had to Dan Grady when somebody started beating up his Indians.
Sure use Grady's help, in more ways than one.
Sounds good, Sergeant. But how are you going to get word past Turanga to Grady?
There's one among us who might get through.
King.
Give me that piece of rawhide there. Take this to Dan Grady, King. Dan Grady at the lumber camp, understand? Grady's an old friend. We just came from there. Stay. Be careful, King. Be careful, understand? Stay under cover as much as possible, because those Indians may try to kill you. Come on, let's go.
Good. He's going straight for the ridge.
He knows that's the shortest way.
If the Indians see him, do you think they'll suspect he's going for help?
Turanga might. Just hope he doesn't spot King.
King's sharp ears picked up the whine of an arrow leaving its bow, and his reflex action barely saved his life.
He made the ridge. Nothing will stop him now.
Let's hope he can get Grady's outfit here before Turanga attacks.
Well, let's get the fire buckets ready just in case he doesn't make it. Come on.
Anticipating that the Indians would not attack until dawn, Sergeant Preston, in order to conserve his energy, decided to take a short rest and assigned Leif to the first watch.
All right, let's go, you Huskies.
What? Look out! Let me out of here. I'm going after Monk.
You can't go out there. You've got a job to do here. Besides, that's suicide. Now get back to your post.
King, what's the matter? Where's Sgt Preston? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's this? Long Valley Trading Post under siege. Expect Indian attack by dawn. Bring all available men and guns. Hurry. Signed Preston. Dawn? We haven't got much time, King. I'll pick up my men on the way. Come on. Here we go, boys.
You hear those dogs? That's Monk's son. He's back.
Wasn't your fault, Al.
I killed him. He didn't want to come back up here.
He was sick, Al. The kind of sickness that running away won't cure.
He told his mother he'd get over it up here. The Yukon would make a man of him. I wrote her he was doing fine, just fine. A lot of good that'll do her now. She'll want to read your report.
Al,
Truth about him turning coward will really break her heart.
Al, I'm a policeman, not a philosopher. For me to explain why Monk Larson ran out there alone to face the deadly arrows of hostile Indians is beyond my province. Monk is dead. The report will simply say that he died trying to escape through enemy lines during the siege of the Long Valley Trading Post.
It sounds like Monk died a hero, like he was going for help. Be a great relief to his mother.
With unerring instinct, King avoided the valley approach to lead his party to the ridge behind the Indians.
The sergeant was heading for the trading post, but Long Valley's over that way. I hope that dog's right. Sergeant could have been sidetracked, I suppose. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
Faster, Huskies! Faster!
Keep your fire high. Just keep them pinned down. We don't want to hurt anyone.
This trail leads over the ridge to the trading post. Now, wait a minute. That's gunfire. By taking us this way, King kept us out of a trap. What a dog. Come on.
All right. Don't hit anyone. Al, keep them pinned down. Grady should be here with help soon.
Look out, Sergeant!
Drop those bows. Put out those torches. Get along there. Mark!
It's Grady, Ted. King got through.
All right, that's far enough. Hold it.
Got here just in time, Dan. Things were getting hot.
Glad we could help.
Shouldn't have left Ted alone.
Keep him under guard, boys.
Trying him. Hold it. Said enough. What he needs now is understanding. Come on, Trank, on your feet. All right, get over there against the counter.
Where did you find Monk?
About a quarter of a mile from here.
Yes, Saranga admits killing him. He'll be tried for his murder. And the rest of the Indians admit that they were wrong in following him. I've told them that the government will provide a hunting ground for the whole tribe. And Leif and Dan, they're ready to go back to work for you, if you'll have them. Well, Al?
Stay put, boy. After all he done for us, what runs through your veins, Sergeant? Ice water?
Yeah.
Well, you're safe, Grady.
Well, I've decided to drop the charges, Sergeant. Al just took a little advance on his salary, and we've figured it out so he can work it out.
Well, if there's no complaint against him, I'd say this case was closed.